Hello, my name is Carl Cook, and I'm President and Chief Technical Officer of IntelliDynamics, a division of Biocomp Systems. And in this video, I'd like to show you how to use the Mesh XLS file, which is an Excel workbook that enables you to use the models built in the NGO 3 within Excel. Now, this is a really simple workbook. It's a little technical, therefore it's slightly user abusive rather than user friendly, but it's workable. And so let me show you how you do it. So we provide this to customers, this mesh.xls, to individual users at no charge because it's so primitive. And all you have to do, if you're a licensed NGO3 user, using the NGO for personal applications, then just shoot us an email and we'll send you this Mesh XLS workbook. Let me double click and open it up. Now there's a models sheet that must be named models and some primitive instructions on how to place a model name into this workbook so that it will be loaded. And you can load multiple models at the same time, and each one of them would have an associated ID with them. And you can kind of follow along the instructions here, or you can delete them later, so long as the models are in A1, A2, A3 as you go down the list. And they can come from different systems too. They don't have to be all from the same solution that was saved from the NGO. And so I have some models that I saved with the NGO demo that I made in a previous video. So I'm going to copy that location and I'm going to paste that into here and then also complete the path to the file, which would be the MDL file. Now, in the NGO system may have data pre-processing and whatnot, and that's not included in this. This is just for shoving data through the model and the inputs that it uses. So I put the model in here, and then I'm going to go ahead and file save as, and I'm going to call this mesh demo. And that's because if you'll notice in the instructions that models are loaded when the workbook is first opened. So at least from some user standpoint, that's fairly straightforward. So if I go back to that mesh demo, I get a security warning that say the macros have been disabled. I can enable the content because Microsoft wants to protect us. And then I can come over here and enter data in and put in a formula that'll process it through. But the model is using only inputs that are used by the model. So I have to go look into this CFG file. If I open this up and allow it to use Notepad to open the file, I can see that it uses input. This is input and its name, and input column 3 in the original data file. And here's its name, and here's the valid ranges that were used to construct the model. And this is the last one, or ones, are the outputs. So I can see that this model uses two inputs, input A and input C, and generates an output from that. So if I go back to here and I say input A, input C, output, on some sheet, it doesn't matter which, and I'm just going to put in 0. And also 0. Blah blah blah. And then I'm going to use a formula called equals model output model 1 output 1, and then use this as the input range. Finish it off with the parentheses and hit enter, and then I've got the number. So it took these two values and pushed it through the model, and which returned the output back to the spreadsheet. So I can go in and I can change this to 0.001, and I get a different number. And I can also then say 0.543, and 0. And I can just drag this guy down, and I'll get it for that, because when you drag it down in Excel, it goes ahead and adjusts the range, and I can drag it down. So I can do a variety of different things, but this is the way that you can do it. But you have to know where the model is, and literally go and cut and paste it in. And then you have to go look at the CFG file to see what inputs that it uses, and then go and use just those inputs in a range to create an output. Now we have another product that's called Penny for the NGO version 2. Penny is much more sophisticated, and it's a bit easier to use. And so we may take this mesh.xls file and create something that's equivalent to the Penny that we sell for NGO version 2. Anyway, this is a simple little 6+ minute demonstration on how to use this, and thank you very much for your time.